Today, this is your vocabulary. Please follow along so that you may be able to fill in the blanks. Oxisol, a thick, weathered soil of the humid tropics that is largely depleted of fertility and nutrients. Monoculture, the cultivation or growth of a single crop over a wide area for a consecutive number of years. Voluntary, of one's own choice or consent. Alternative, different from the usual or regular. Fabulous, Favelas, are slums on the outskirts of the city. Please listen carefully because you will have to answer some questions while I am reading or at the end of this reading. Managing resources. Or before we get there, it matters because the use of natural resources for economic advancement has benefited the livelihood and stability of many South American countries. It has also caused damage to the continent's natural environment and dramatic changes to its biodiversity. Managing resource. South America has some of the world's largest forest reserves and agricultural resources. Countries use these resources to improve their economies. However, heavy use of these resources come at a cost. Every country in South America has issues with deforestation and soil erosion. Desertification and pollutions are also serious problems. South American rainforests are threatened by intensive human activities. Rainforests are home to at least half of all animals and plant species on Earth. Deforestation has rapidly reduced the diversity of plants and animals in the Amazon rainforest. Brazil has the world's largest remaining expanses of tropical rainforests. However, almost 20% of the Amazon rainforest has already been destroyed. Biodiversity is also being lost in Brazil's lesser known Atlantic forest. The Atlantic forest is one of the Earth's richest in plants and animals. It is also one of the most threatened. The Atlantic forest now covers less than 10% of its original area. Soil erosion in South America has made it harder for the land to produce food and vegetation. Soil erosion has increased because of intensive farming and overgrazing. Construction, logging, and fires have also caused soil erosion. Certain soil types in South America are especially vulnerable to erosion. These soils include the volcanic soil and oxosoil in the humid tropical lowlands. The oxosoils are also known as laterites. The oxosols become like baked clay when too much natural vegetation cover it is removed. Topsoil loss is especially common on the land that has been formed for long periods of time. Large-scale agriculture also makes soil erosion worse. When a single type of crop is grown, known as monocultural, soil nutrients are lost. This kind of farming disrupts the natural cycle of growth and breakdown of plants, animals, and bacteria. Soil cannot rebuild its nutrients without these natural processes. So, large monocultural soybean crops in Brazil, for example, are quickly making the soil less fertile. Soil erosion and desertification are drastically changing South America's extensive crops and grazing land. The main cause of desertification is not drought. Mismanagement of the land by human activity is the main cause. Overgrazing, livestock, and deforestation are examples of mismanaging the land. Rain-fed crops in dry land, such as wheat and corn, can lead to desertification. After wheat and corn are harvested, the land left uncovered between planting seasons erodes from wind and rain. Wind can create heavy dust storms. Uncovered topsoil is blown away. As a result, large areas of land do not get nutrients from the organic matters found in the topsoil. Rainfall in dry land is uncommon. However, heavy downpours do occur. Fertile and nutrient-rich topsoils are washed away. Salinization salinization is also a serious problem for large-scale irrigation on dry land. When fields are irrigated, water dries quickly and leaves behind salt. The salt reduces the ability of plant roots to absorb water and grow. Desertification also occurs in rangelands. Rangelands support grazing animals such as cattle and sheep. Grazing livestock eat plants almost to the ground level. This weakens plants' ability to grow. Herds of livestock also destroy plant roots that hold the soil together. Rain often washes away unprotected topsoil. This process of desertification is a serious issue in Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil, and Paraguay. These countries have a strong livestock industry. Human impact. Large-scale economic production and urban growth have resulted in many kinds of environmental pollution. For example, Sao Paulo is the largest city in the southern hemisphere. It has a population of some 19 million people. Sao Paulo has attracted millions of poor migrants. Many have settled in favelas. Favelas are slums on the outskirts of the city. People here live in crudely built shacks. These favelas do not have the service of the established city. The slums are sources of sewage and unrestricted residential growth. Rapid urban growth also means cities have to find ways to dispose of human waste and sewage. Many urban regions, particularly those in less developed countries, do not have enough money and organization to build large networks of piped water, drains, and sewage treatment plants. One example is the Bolivian city of El Alto. This city is on the banks of the Paulina River, or Paulina River. The Paulina River flows into Lake Titicaca, Caca. El Alto rapid growth has created more pollution from human waste and sewage. The polluted Paulina River had once been a source of clean water for nearby residents. Now the water flows into Lake Titicaca are contaminated. Illegal mining has further damaged South America's natural land and water features. Since 2007, the price of gold has doubled in value. Peru, Peru is the sixth largest gold producer in the world. Peru and other gold producing countries have seen the possibility of immense wealth and economic development. However, the rising value of gold has also encouraged illegal mining. Illegal mining is often found in the countries with many poor people and ineffective government regulations. In Peru, for example, tens of thousands of people camp in the Amazon rainforest. These people are looking for vast gold reserves. Individual prospecting is not the only problem. Large-scale mining with bulldozers and barges has also increased. Rapid migration, makeshift housing, and large-scale mining have caused rapid deforestation. Miners also use harmful chemicals, mercury, and other toxic compounds separate gold from ore. As a result, rivers are polluted with high levels of mercury and cyanide. Clashes between security forces and miners have created hostility and more chaos. In spite of this, countries affected by illegal mining have tried to protect the vulnerable region. For example, Colombia is trying to stop illegal mining. Anti-government guerrilla groups there use profits from illegal mining to finance their efforts. Meanwhile, Brazil has 8,700 military personnel fighting illegal gold mining along its northern borders. Humans have an impact on the natural environment. It is important to look at this impact in order to protect biodiversity and preserve the livelihood of human population. Many South American economies, such as Uruguay, Paraguay, and Guyana, are based on crops and agriculture. These countries are very vulnerable to changing